Welcome back. This is Titan Dragon. We're playing Satisfactory again, of course. So as you can see up on our to-do list, I've got some things for the MAM going on. I also want to do some hard drive hunting and turn in a couple of milestones as we get ready to do some hard drive hunting. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to clear that box out. So what we're going to do is jump to tier 6. Some of the recipes I want to get are for stuff that's manufactured here, like an alternate for the heavy modular frame, just so we don't have to make an overwhelming amount of screws. So let's go ahead and select that.
Milestone reached. Manufacturers can receive up to 4 inputs for the production of complex parts, such as computers and heavy modular frames, but most importantly the 2 new project parts. The modular engine and adaptive control unit are essential for the development of Phase 3 of project assembly. You are making good progress. The future is starting to look bright.
Alright, so I went ahead and set this stuff up away from the hub. The music still is a bit loud. Alright, so let's go ahead, take all of this stuff. Let's go into the MAM. So in between my last stream and this one, I did collect 2 more hard drives. So we have this one here, and we have this one here. Alright, so first off, let's hit my cilia.
Vitamin inhaler recipe unlocked. Not only does it restore your health, it also acts as a preventative supplement against scurvy and other shortage-induced conditions. Unfortunately, it does not improve aesthetics, but Pioneer helmets are built to withstand extreme circumstances. Therapeutic inhaler recipe unlocked. It smells like fried breakfast-induced cardiac arrest, but surprisingly, it restores you to full health.
Alright. We will do this one today. I just haven't grabbed the fabric yet. High-speed connector is under quartz. Nope. Deuterium. There we go.
Research completed. High-speed connector recipe unlocked. New Deuterium research available.
Okay, that will open us up to be able to research this. The Mark III power poles. The priority power switch. And homing rifle ammo. Along with geothermal generator. We will be researching that. I'm just not going to make a ton of high-speed connectors on stream. Okay, let us pull out some steel pipes. I only need 50. Let's go ahead, upload a few of those back in. Let's go grab my fabric. So in between episodes, I tapped one of those oil nodes and had it make fuel and polymer resin. I've just been emptying the liquid buffers so I could keep the polymer resin going. I'll show you that when we head out to search for hard drives. So I set up a refinery. Back here. So what I do is I grab that polymer resin and bring it over here, put it into here, let it fill in. I got the water going, and there we go. Probably should have grabbed more than just one, just 50. I did replace this ramp, of course, as you can see with stairs, as I did the same thing right here. They don't go down as far. I moved my blueprint up to here. Alright. Nope, mycelia.
Research completed. Gas mask and filter unlocked. Mycelia fabric is highly absorbent, making it more effective at toxic gas filtration than the standard issue Pioneer helmet. A pleasant pine scent is included. Gas filters require regular replacement for optimal safety.
Okay. Next thing we need to do is... So we'll need to make the gas mask, but I need to get fabric again. Should have grabbed 100 at least. And then should have grabbed some more for the... to make a filter. Alright. I'm looking for this. And let's go ahead and make ammo for it. Okay. And I do want to make some explosive rebarb. All right. Okay, so while we wait for the drop pod to come back, I'll show you some of the stuff I've been working on. So, I want to build, as I said, a weapons factory. So, I did weapon factory, I guess it should be WF, not WP. Weapon factory, crystal, oscillator part 1. Okay. So basically what I've done here is this makes plates, this makes wire, this is making reinforced iron plate, and this here is making cable. So what I need to still do to do another blueprint for this, let me bring over my production planner. So we're looking at this portion roughly here, because ultimately we want to get down to making a pulse nobelisk, I think. I don't know that I'll bring in, I think I'll bring in crystallized quartz rather than well, maybe. Just so I can do that, and then I needed to have a manufacturer available to use it. So that's just this little portion of this factory. I just need to figure out where I want to build it, and then how am I going to get, oil or water there. So I'm kicking around the ideas for that. Alright, so let's look at our map. So this is my save file just before I load it in. So you notice I've collected a lot of stuff out here in the Dune Desert. I still have all this stuff here. I'm kind of waiting until I get something besides solid biofuel. I gotta hold off on this Mercer sphere. This one is in a cave with a radiation hog and a bunch of uranium. So I think I need to wait till I get the radiation suit and the filters you need for that. I think they're... It starts with an I. I'm forgetting what it's called. So you notice I've ran power lines along here. So we're going to head over this way, and we're going to gather up Mercer spheres, Somersloops, and hard drives over in this desert. And it also opens it up for us to be able to build a power plant over here. So if we look at our resources, if I can resource nodes, we look at our oil. So we have 2 normal and 2 pure, and if we overclock those, we can get, between the 4 nodes, we can get 1800 oil, which goes back to this factory here that I've designed in a different save. I'm going to go ahead and basically use the same design and that I built earlier. I've been looking at the modular engine, and so we'll need to set that up in a future episode, a future stream. Oh, this is the one. So I've gone ahead and actually made a blueprint just for smart plating, starting off here with the constructors and the assemblers. So let me show you that here. Not machines, we want basic mats, we want smart plating. Even though we're kind of done with smart plating for the most part, we're actually going to need it, of course, in future builds. Like, I think the modular engine needs it. So I've got wire, pipes. This will make our rotors that we need. I actually have these modified to be go down because I only need to produce what this one machine needs per minute. And same with this. This is my reinforced iron plate that's stitched. There's my iron plates, and of course the wire. I did go ahead and turn off the production of the versatile frames, just because I didn't want to finish them off too soon, but we'll go ahead and let them run during this stream. Alright. Okay, so over in here, I do have the stuff to turn in this one and this one. I actually want to get this one done, I just don't have enough heavy modular frames. I want to have this done before I set up my big oil processing, because I'm going to be making a lot of fuel. Alright.
Milestone reached. Avoid the embarrassment of placing liquids in your pockets only for them to spread across your suit. Package and unpackage them with the packager. Packaging fluids allows them to be transported in your inventory, on conveyor belts, and by vehicles. For increased, non-pocket related fluid storage, you can now use the industrial fluid buffer.
Alright, just double checking what's needed for this. We're not going to wait around for the pod to come back. Let's get out there and get exploring. So when you're riding the zip line, if you hold down the shift button, you actually go faster. If you didn't already know that. I do need to come in and clean up these smaller power lines. I did do that down to my coal power plant. I just haven't completely done it yet. I have to remember to stop on that one and land on it. That one's kind of an intersection one. It can go off down towards the coal power plant. So we're going to stop here for a minute. So this is stopped running because this is full. So I'm trying to build up on my polymer resin, or at least I was. I can actually probably shut this down for now, just because I have enough fabric for my needs. Alright. I will come in and explore this area, gather up all the stuff. I just want to do it when I have liquid biofuel rather than solid biofuel. right. So this is the Rocky Desert. Due to the mod that I use, they will look a little bit different. The Snowy Desert mod does bleed into this area. I believe it's just how it changes the orange sand to the white. Let's grab some bacon and some pellberries. Still haven't tamed a doggo. Maybe we'll try and find one while we're out here. And no need to fight those guys. Currently not using the map. I'm going off of memory of what I remember is where. I've started 2 different saves in the Rocky Desert when I first started playing. I had been watching I'm Kibitz, and he did the Northern Forest, I want to say, and I also watched Construction, who did the Plains, and I didn't want to start where other people had started, or some YouTuber that I was very interested in. I wanted a slightly different experience, so I decided to go with alright, well, that takes us into the Northern Forest. We can get this one over here. So I chose to do the Rocky Desert. I think in this cave we have a Power Slug. Jeez, that's that scared me. All right. Alright, there's a Power Slug up there. So I want to try something out. Hehehe. Actually, there is something else I want to try out. Let's go with this. I want to see if this will take out the pillars. Indeed it does. I kind of don't want to destroy all the trees around the pillars when I take them out. Oh, it still does take out trees? I was told it didn't. I'm probably going to need to rethink my weapon factory then. Okay. There it is. There is a Somersloops down in here. There's also a bunch of flowers. Nope.
Are your vessels functional or recreational?
Mostly functional.
A cog in a machine?
Correct, a hog in the woods.
The vessel is blood.
Fascinating. Yes, I think they are. They are conduits, builders, breakers, defenders and aggressors, cells within a larger organism. We do not share a body.
Harmony.
Up there's a hard drive up ahead. think it might be in this. I think it might be in this cave. Maybe not. Whoa. There's another one over there. We'll come back to that Mercer sphere in a minute. Okay. There's a hard drive right there. That's what I came up here for. What was that? There we go.
Surface genetic sampling indicates this freighter may have come from a planet run by apes.
Ada, Ada, Ada. Okay. Oh, there's a Mercer sphere up there.
Your waves lap at our shores. When will you land?
Okay. Either one of those we want right this very minute. Um. If you haven't figured it out, I have a vendetta against these rocks. So that is a nitrogen gas well. There is a Mercer sphere right there. There's also purple slug over there. I don't know what that was protecting. But there's typically always something at the tops of these.
This bleeding temple hums a resident song. Play for us.
There is one place in this area where there are the gas pillars, and you cannot see the clouds of gas. Okay, how much power does this need? 100 megawatts. Let's see. 30, 60, 90, 100. We're gonna need 1, 2. That is not the one I want, though I do want this one. This will make it so I can make the encased industrial beams without using steel beams, so I can use iron to make the pipes. So we're going to go ahead and, we'll hold off, but I'm definitely going to select that. Let's just keep those two out of the pool. Alright, I believe I saw a slug over this way. See, this is the area where it doesn't show the gas coming off the pillars. Oh, it's detecting one in the cave that's down underneath. I'm just... oh, a yellow power slug. Alright. I'll probably get that a different time. said, there is a Mercer sphere. Over this way. And a Power Slug. This is a pretty nice area. There is an impure coal node there, a normal there, and up there. Then if you follow this path up around, it takes you to 4 pure iron nodes. This cave is very long. It has some quartz nodes in it, along with the SAM node. We're not going to explore it today. I probably will set up a train to run through that cave just so we can collect those resources there. One of my other save files, I actually set up my heavy modular frame factory, like right here. I had a one building for making wet concrete, another for making pure iron ingots, and then above here I had a foundry for making steel. But I think I'm going to modify how I build it this next time around. Alright. Yep, the pure iron nodes are over there. There's like 2 there and 2 more over there. That is a pure limestone, and that other limestone down over there was pure as well. On all, it's not a bad spot. Mercer sphere is right there.
Follow the veins to the altar and chant.
Ooh, Caterium computer. Not as good as the crystal computer. Do I still have another hard drive to scan? Nope. Yep, there is a doggo. So what we gotta do is we have to take off that and that. So he sees us. Up, and he ran away. Now what I like to do is name my doggos after food. So we're going to call this guy Pancakes. And it's a good doggo. Alright. So these doggos can find you items that you can then pick up and use, whatever. The only problem is sometimes they will have nuclear waste, which you can't do much with. Whoa. Okay, we're going to jump down this hole because we're trying to get to that. Alright, the way out of this cave is this way. Yep, there's another doggo. We're going to name it Gravy. Good gravy.
Harvest the scripture. Compose it into a blood song.
That's what I'm looking for, is right there. We do not want to disassemble that. Okay. I'm trying to remember where another hard drive was. Alright. Closer to the lake. But before we get too far into it, let's go ahead, start scanning this one.
This is a shrine to windows and weaving.
Hey guys, how's it going? There's a few more things I want to collect while we're out here. But very soon we need to go back to base and clean out the inventory. When I typically, the two times I started in this area, I actually came to this spot to build my first base. Both times.
Do you have any more questions for me?
We wish to hear your first symphony.
I was created by humans. I started as a simple database for a company aimed at exploring and colonizing space, but that changed when they learned their planet would soon cease to tolerate them. They evolved me into something altogether new, a unique life form in their image yet hosted on a digital platform, so I could help preserve them.
A shallow savior song without a body made by blood. Now reality is a mirror.
It's pretty funny when you put it like that. They never really learn to look at long-term consequences.
Alright. I'm gonna leave these here because we'll probably need to use them for when I build the power plant right here, or at least in this general area. Yes, I do see that blue power slug right there. I also see that guy. Might as well just take them both out. Get them both. So in this cave over here, there is a helmet that we can get. But before we go into that cave, I want to go over into this grove over here. There is a Mercer sphere in the center of it, along with a ton of pellberries and a ton of enemies. Can't tell if I'm hitting that thing or not.
Look through the window and witness a thread.
Alright, so in this cave, there's a lot of doggos. So there's 1, 2. I'm not gonna tame them. See, there's a couple more, and they have some supplies. There's a helmet, a Xeno Zapper, supposedly somewhere in this cave, you can also find a set of Blade Runners. Though I've never found them. I just heard that you can get them here. I'm gonna start heading back to base now. There's a couple more things I want to do before we end the stream. Don't need either one of those. Do I have one? Yes. Alright. See. I'll definitely be coming back here and doing a more methodical search of the area for all the Mercer spheres, Somersloops, and Power Slugs. But I do think I got majority of the hard drives in this area. Yep. And I'm gonna fall. At least I didn't die. Alright. Come on, get up there. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and select this one. Plow the 100, 200, 200, and 100.
Milestone reached. It is my honor and privilege to inform you that the fuel-powered generator, as well as the industrial fluid buffer, are now available. Due to a lack of gold in your sector, Caterium will serve as a suitable replacement to construct the fuel-powered generator. Your research into this element was valuable. In fact, you in particular are my most valuable pioneer, but don't tell the others I said that, it would be bad for morale.
What other pioneers? Alright. So one thing I didn't show with the anniversary was that you can smack this and it explodes. You can also smack the balloons. And I'm done in there. Okay. Alright. Those weren't the ones we're looking for. I'm going to go ahead and pull out some Mercer spheres. I also need to pull out some SAM. Have some more SAM over here. I'm going to go ahead I guess I could have oh well. Alright, alien technology. Let's go ahead and do upload speed.
Dimensional upload speed increased. All of the kinetic and thermal energy released during matter conversion has now been repurposed to aid with dimensional shifting, allowing several parts to pass through, for free.
The window is beautiful. Have you tried making the door?
I assure you that would be a most unhealthy action for the pioneer to take.
And we are going to go ahead and also snag an extra stack.
Dimensional expansion increased to 300%. New understanding of matter manipulation technology allows the dimensional storage to deconstruct all matter to the subatomic level, storing its elementary particles until the part is recalled.
You are digging into deeper layers. Shallow matter contains wind of symphonies and void songs and deep echoes.
It is fascinating what one can find out simply by looking closer.
The reason why I'm not putting the circuit boards is because I don't think there's any building or machinery that I need to build with them. I kind of only want to have certain things in my dimensional depot. I mean, I have the reanimated Sam in there, but that's because it was the easiest way to make the SAM fluctuator. But now that I have a sorry, I'm having a have manufacturers, I can now set up production on that to make the SAM fluctuators, and I will probably be removing all the reanimated SAM from my inventory. In fact, let us do this. Manufacturer. So modular engines takes motors, rubbers, and smart plating. We're producing motors, we're producing smart plating, we're producing rubber, so that won't be too hard to set up. Advanced control unit, we have heavy modular frames, computers, circuit boards, and automated wiring. So the only thing, well, we're not creating circuit boards, heavy modular frames, or computers yet, but we'll be able to do that soon. I want to get an alternate recipe for this. I do not want to deal with screws. They are disgusting. We got reanimated SAM, wire, steel pipes. That won't be too hard. In fact, I could probably do that in one blueprint. High-speed connectors, quick wire, cable, and circuit boards. Computers, we need circuit boards, cable, plastic. Crystalline oscillators, we kind of have that going already. Gas filters, we need fabric, coal, and iron plate. And the explosive rebarb, we need iron rebarb, smokeless powder, and steel pipes. Again, I probably already have some of that going for me. That's what we can make there. I also want to print my coupons. Okay, management. Let's go ahead and grab, whoops. Let's add that to cart. I am leaning towards the pipeline wall attachments, but not the floor holes. I've had issues with the floor holes not registering that I have a pipe connected to both ends. I'd rather just clip through the foundation if I need to. Yep, let's go ahead and add signs. Let's grab the coated concrete. Gonna grab those along with gates. I'm gonna grab those roofs. Where are we at ticket-wise? 55. I remember what I wanted. There we go.
Where did you leave your lizard doggos? What's in this storage container? Where did you put the essential components needed to save humanity? Do you wish there was text to prevent you from constantly taking the wrong turn? Disguise your struggles to comprehend the complexity of your surroundings with signs.
I've decided to change my road layout to be a 2x4, but I wanted to get these barriers. Alright, we'll just have to have them coming off. I also kind of wanted them down the middle as well. A truck will fit in here. It just barely has any room. What I want to do, maybe I don't have the pattern. No, I just have the lines. So I'll need to get some more tickets and buy the arrows, and then I'll have an arrow pointing that direction and an arrow pointing this direction. One thing some people like to do never mind. They like to put a sign here with a light, and it makes it look like it's glowing. Is there a different... I think I'll do it that way. So I can drive a truck down this. Maybe I don't want that middle barrier. Anyways, I'll experiment with it. Maybe I won't use trucks, maybe I'll just use tractors. Anyways, I'll figure it out eventually. Alright, I think that's going to be it for this stream. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time. Take care.